And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Um, so, from where we last left off, I, I may or may not have cheated a little bit more. It's possible. It's not completely unlikely that I went back to a much earlier save and then kind of redid a bunch of stuff regarding the Dalish elves. So, like, yeah, I straight up went back and spent the only reason that I'm here now and not 20 minutes earlier is because I went back. I did the like the last 20-25 minutes or so, I pretty much redid everything from a much earlier save point, and I got that one agent from the Dalish elves. I actually I didn't even need to worry about the telling the leader of the elves, I forget what his name was, Hevelin, I think his name was. But I didn't even need to tell him that I got the demons out of their graveyard, because just by saying to the sister of the one kid who I found dead that he was brave, I got 2 points for that, and then turning in his medallion that he had found, like, oh look, there's another point for that, or 2 points or whatever, and that in itself was enough. It put me over. So I managed to recruit him to the Inquisition. So I mean, it wasn't like any big huge special thing, but I mean, that guy might give us a mission mission for the war table. And then from there I explored a little bit, and I found one of the Oroliculum, however you say it, and it put me on the path to find a bunch of shards. And actually, yeah, so there's just this one shard left, is the only one that I didn't collect, but I'm not going to go back for it now. And this is what we're headed over to do now, is to enter Fort Revacin. Now that the undead trouble has been dealt with out the western ramparts, it would be wise to meet with Gaspard's marshal, who's holding Fort Revacin in the name of the usurper. So there was also, while we're here, there was that whole fort area, which I don't know if I actually, where is it? So, real quick, back this way. In fortress area. And I don't think I liberated that or anything. So, because on the other side of that, like, yeah, as you can see, it's like a regular fort. I don't think I cleared that. I don't think that's in Inquisition, so I may have to clear that area. But I figure, let's go into the fort and get this story going. So I'm not gonna have. This isn't gonna be a real long stream. This will probably be like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, something like that. But you know, figure we'll get into it a little bit. Where are those 2 question marks, real quick? Wait, there were 2 question marks over here. Why are they no longer visible? Do I have to kind of head in this direction again to make them reappear on the map? And that's where we're going now. And whatever, there were 2 question marks that were up earlier, and now they're not. Oh, lordy. Him jumping around like a fool. There is a fight. For those fools. You appeared out of nowhere, ain't that? Now let's kill this. He's about to die. Boom.
How do you like being described? As grizzled or masculine?
Do I really have a choice?
No, I was just being polite. Going with grizzled, then?
Okay, so I see the exclamation mark, so that's... Look at all that stuff. And if you hear a humming in the background, it's because I have my air conditioner on, because I was starting to sweat. And I don't like being hot.
A victory at last!
Yes, you're welcome. So we got to be up there to get to that landmark. Hello, everyone. Little Marshal Prowler.
That was a brilliant show, Inquisitor. My men had barely been keeping the Horde at bay. Bastien Prou, Marshal of the Grand Duke's forces here in the Dales.
The war is over. Gaspard will never be Emperor.
What? It can't be over. We can still fight. The throne is Gaspard's by right. No. It is done. And we will face justice for supporting the usurper.
I've cleared out the dead from the western ramparts.
You did? Maker's breath. There's hope for us, if the ramparts have been reclaimed. I'd alert our forces stationed outside the Dales, but the chaos makes it difficult for missives to get through. Demons. Those blasted freemen, or whatever they call themselves.
Why have you barricaded yourselves in here?
We had to retreat from the Western Front. The demons and undead were too much. But it's no better here. My patrols don't return, messages are lost. I've had no word from the capital in weeks. If we could regain our outposts, the ramparts, or even the garrison by the river, we can't just keep hiding. I want to die like a soldier, not cowering under a bed, praying the monsters don't get me.
I've heard something of the Freemen of the Dales. What do you know about them?
They're a mob of traitors, too soft for war. Thought it was a skirmish or two's and back for supper. Turns out it wasn't, and off they run to the first person to tell them their tantrums are acceptable. Now they want independence. To establish a new settlement. Ridiculous.
I shall take my leave.
Be well.
So now, right, investigate Riverside Garrison. See, at least now they know that the war is over, the Civil War is over, so they won't be involved in any more random attacks.
These corpses have the run of the valley. Longer than there is a village further in, no? There was. And if anyone related.
Many conversations going on at once. I'm not going back for that.
The demons are gone. Hope those dead things don't come back.
Some awesome looking places, like the different castles and forts and encampments. Pretty cool looking stuff. This place is particularly awesome looking. Did you know that Ravas is the elven word for freedom? Revasen is the place where freedom dwells. One wonders why it wasn't given a more appropriate name after the reclamation of the Dales. Perhaps the adage remains true. Once one gets used to a name, it's hard to change. The walls in this place are ancient. I hope it holds. From the log of Marshal Bastien Prou, loyal to Grand Duke Gaspard. Yes, but Grand Duke Gaspard is...
Imagine how many demons.
Hello.
Have you seen any of our fallen men out there?
Have many of you fallen?
sea is all that's left. We were 1,000 strong once. The worst part is not knowing what happened to the men who don't come back. Deserters? Or dead? If they're dead, we've nothing to tell their families. Nothing to send home.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, we're not reading the book.
What is this now?
Everybody having fun with their swords? Yeah, let's go up top here first.
Imagine how many demons were out there.
Okay, nothing of interest. But you never know. You never know.
Got to get ready.
Why not?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's a lot of blocks just kind of piled on each other without any kind of semblance of being repaired. If I was in charge, I'd have everybody that was just standing around start lifting up these loose bricks and putting them back in some kind of sense of order. But that's me. Ooh, that was almost dangerous.
Just what we needed.
Got to get ready.
Could use an air ride.
Got to get ready. Oh yes.
Oh, Hard in Hightown, Chapter 8.